Stop moving, okay? Stay here. Stay here.
This way, come on. Come on.
Don't touch me. Do not touch me.
What do you mean? Who else is it? Me, look in the car. He's a wreckers police. What did he just say?
On May 3rd, 2024, Detective Victor Montalvo, who had been drinking, crashed his SUV into a colleague's marked car. After the collision, he got out of his vehicle and drew his weapon from his waistband.
Secure that.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And can you confirm is it correct?
Just stand there.
I got you. I got you.
You okay? Okay. I want you to sit up for me. I want you to pull over here and I want you to sit against the wall.
Verify the ETA so I can update it with fire. Is it still in one lane or is it on 2 street?
Multiple officers arrived at the scene, and as they tried to take Victor away, one of them took his weapon. He was then made to sit on the side of the road.
Is it unit?
Where you work for?
Central 23.
Cybercrime? Get up. I don't have my handheld. My car.
And you said green.
Detective Montalvo eventually admitted to the officers that he had been drinking too much. He was then arrested and taken to the police station.
They were doing I guess working the road.
Who he hit?
Hit him.
You okay?
And this is
I can't stay here, girl. We gotta take our 39. Woo. Got it?
He received 2 criminal citations and pleaded not guilty to both. Eventually, he was relieved of his duties by the Miami-Dade Police Department. On August 4th, 2021, probation officer Harold Masher pulled over a man he suspected of speeding. However, it turned out the man wasn't speeding at all. The situation quickly escalated when Harold began abusing his authority.
Sir, you can film me all day long. If you're a police officer, you should have a body camera. Because you're not a police officer. It says right there you're a probation officer. I'm not on probation. I've never been in trouble for anything.
In the state of Alabama,
Tell my camera again how you're a police officer.
well, you answered my question. I've answered yours. Now, let me ask you a question. In the state of Alabama, what are your probation officers considered to be?
I have no idea. We're not in Alabama.
Okay. Do you live in Alabama? Because your tag says you're in
I guess when a police officer gets here, we'll determine a whole bunch of stuff.
The probation officer expected the driver to give in to his misguided authority, but the driver wasn't easily fooled. He confronted the officer about his wrongful actions.
Would you like to identify yourself?
Have you going to give me your driver's license?
You're not a police officer.
Okay, then you just said tight.
So you're refusing to identify. You're refusing to identify yourself.
Just sit tight.
You're refusing to identify yourself, even though you pulled me over. Am I being detained? Am I being detained, sir? Because I've got to go home. Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? Am I being detained? Hey, I'm going to step out. Because you're... Am I being detained because I need to be on my way? Is this a lawful stop? Am I being detained? Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? Is that hard to understand? Because you know this is not legal.
This is what pure corruption looks like when someone unqualified is given even a small amount of power. The officer abused it, knowing he was wrong, which is why he avoided answering the driver's repeated questions. After making the driver suffer for a while, the officer realized how absurd he was being and tried to talk things through. However, this only made the situation worse.
You have been stopped until I can get a trooper here to have a talk with you, because you cannot talk to me.
Why is that not a yes or no question?
Well, because I've done answered that question. You asked me, are you being detained? I've said, you are been stopped.
But you won't say, am I free to leave then? Since you won't answer that.
I've already answered that question.
Oh, I am agitated because a probation officer pulled me over for going 48 miles an hour because he was in the left lane for the last 5 miles and wouldn't get over.
After a short wait, the trooper arrived and handled the situation as it should have been from the start. Just see how differently he deals with the driver.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, look, I don't really fully understand what we're doing right here. Okay, so he just felt like you were aggressively coming up on him. He's a probation officer. Okay, so I'm not gonna write you for anything. I'm not doing anything like that. Okay, like you got your insurance here.
I'm wound up, and you're unwinding me. I appreciate that.
Okay, so where you headed to? You headed back home?
Home to Alabama.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. So look, one of those things. Okay, you may come up on him a little quick. He may have, it's one of them things. Okay, so as long as, I mean, like I said,
I'm good. I'm good now. I'm calm way down.
I don't have anything to write you for. I don't have anything like that. I'm not going to do anything. Even if I'm not, it's not my stop. He just feels, he just felt like you come up on him a little hard. You might have been a little aggressive. So if that is the case, let's just back it down a little bit. You're nearly to Georgia anyway. So,
that's why I say I can I appreciate it.
All right, sir. Well, I'm gonna let you carry on the way. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
I apologize to him for him to walk up here.
No, I'm sorry you had to come out here and deal with this stupidity.
I mean, he's wound up. I was wound up.
Yeah.
When he pulled up, he got up in my thing, and I'm like, I don't know if this guy's a police officer.
Okay.
All right.
Understandable.
All right. Thank you.
Be careful now.
The probation officer should be arrested, not just fired. This was a clear abuse of power and authority, driven by ego, both shameful and disgusting. On March 14, 2024, Officer Henry Chapman assisted in a traffic stop where Monray Moon was detained for speeding and discovered to have an outstanding federal warrant. During the arrest, Monray, carrying $8,000, requested the cash be handed to a passenger, but Chapman, citing policy, refused and instead secured it in an envelope.
I'm gonna hold the window down and tell you what you're in here for. Let me stop right here. And my phone's right here too on top of the car. But what am I in for? So,
what is that? I get cash. No, that's going with you. That's going to be with you. We're not giving that to anybody else. We got that off you, so it's staying with you. So you know we didn't take none, and none's going to be missing. All right, but I want to. No, we are taking that. That's staying with you. That's the rule.
And you gave me some of it
because it come off of you. Every bit of it's going with you. Does that make sense? That's accountability, because when it comes to stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
At the police station, Monray accused Chapman of stealing some of his money after hearing a rubber band pop. His suspicions grew as Chapman appeared nervous and the female officer, who was counting the money, avoided eye contact.
Like, if anything is on him,
Look,
like,
sir.
it would be in big. No, I don't.
Look, I'm going to show you right here. Look at me. Look at me.
All of you guys probably have kids out there, you know what I'm saying? Look, this is all I want to explain to you guys. Most of the time, when somebody knows they didn't, like, when somebody knows for a fact they didn't do anything, they're not finna just, you feel what I'm saying, like, let you search them. And I don't have kids, you feel what I'm saying? But I know how that goes because my mom did foster care. So I'm, like, up to par with all of that. And on top of that, if I didn't do anything, like how me and you've been talking the whole time,
yes,
just
sir.
like how me and you was talking the whole time, if I didn't do anything, I have nothing that I'm worried about, you feel what I'm saying? There would be no reason for him to show me his pockets and stuff. Like, I know for a fact.
No, I want you to feel
comfortable. I would have
Yes,
felt,
yes, sir.
I would have felt comfortable if your colleagues would have searched you at the exact time where I knew where the money was, because I seen you kept going in between your legs, and then every time everybody put all of the attention on me, you kept moving. I don't know if it's in your door, I don't know where it's at, but just like, look.
Despite pressure, Monray persisted with his claim. Ultimately, after a thorough search of Chapman's car, the missing money was found, exposing Chapman's dishonesty.
Come here.
Do you mind if I move?
Come here. I'll tell you.
I want you to hold me so you know that.
Okay. Do you see anything?
No, no cap. I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. All that's been recorded, right? That's my money. That's my money right there.
Sir, you've been watching me that whole time.
I seen you take it. I seen you crumble
Sir,
it up. Just
that
count
is
it.
not me.
If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right, and like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you still.
No, sir.
If you don't mind, I just want to sit down so y'all don't try to say I'm resisting. I don't want to do nothing. All I know for a fact is I know what I know and I've seen it. I just wanted you guys to trust me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was just acting a little irate, but I'm perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to expose you.
That is not me, bud.
Brother, I just seen you steal my money. It was no reason for you to pop my rubber band, brother. There was no reason for you to pop my rubber band off my money.
Chapman was subsequently arrested for embezzlement, placed on unpaid leave, and resigned the next day, ending his career in disgrace. On February 21st, 2021, Rio Rancho police responded to a hit-and-run crash that was not connected to their current case. While investigating the scene, they discovered skid marks and a large fallen tree. To their surprise, they found a man sitting inside the vehicle who turned out to be someone unexpected.
Tire get completely folded.
Just being uncooperative.
You have no idea. We need to come out here. Come on up.
How much did you drink today, man?
Why do you smell like alcohol? Get out of the car.
Go ahead and step out of the car, man.
Get out of the car.
What's your deal, man? Get out of the car. It's police. Get out of the car. You were involved in the crash, okay?
I got you.
Okay? Give me your phone.
I'm not involved in the
Okay,
crash.
turn around, and put your hands behind your back for me. Put your hands behind your back for me. Okay?
I'll get you this. An officer?
Are you an officer?
Where's your gun?
No, I don't have a gun on me at all.
Are you a police officer?
Said
I am.
You are. With who? With APD? Okay. Are you going to talk to us now?
Well, I'm not. Am I doing anything stupid to you to fucking put me?
No. Okay, we've told you numerous times. Okay, we want you to calm down and talk to us.
I just told you I'm just sitting here on the road.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay.
Okay, explain to us what happened. Go ahead and spin around here.
The suspect was actually a police officer trying to conceal his identity, but he did a poor job of it. He thought that staying silent and sitting there would protect him, clearly underestimating how alcohol can impair judgment.
Okay, is this your car?
This is my car, yeah.
This is your car?
Yeah.
Okay, where were you coming from?
The title is in my...
Where were you coming from tonight?
Where I'm coming from tonight?
Yes. You don't know where you're coming from?
No, I do know where I'm coming from, but does that have anything to do with...
I'm trying to figure out what happened, okay? Explain to me what happened with the crash. Your car's crashed and we have a white car up there that's crashed.
I have no idea about that crash up there.
Okay.
I did not crash my car.
Okay. Why is it crashed then?
I have no idea.
Okay, who crashed it?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No,
okay.
I don't.
You have your driver's license with you?
I do.
Let me see it.
It's not on me, actually.
Where's it at?
My driver's license?
Yeah.
It's back at my house.
Back at your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's stiff cam. Yeah, you're good. No, you're good, bro.
What's your...
We gotta check this still, alright?
I did.
No, you're good.
I didn't see it.
It's dip. Okay.
I threw that.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Well, am I detained right now?
You are detained because you were involved in a motor vehicle crash.
I was.
Okay.
I did not crash with any vehicle.
Okay.
But okay.
Instead of making things easier for his fellow officers, he only complicated their job. Although they were patient with him, knowing he was one of their own and not in his right mind, their patience wore thin eventually.
Am I involved with that over there? Or...
We're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, dude, I'm not involved in anything over there at all.
Okay, great.
So
What's your name?
Do I have to give you that?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I don't think I do.
No, you do.
At all. To be honest with you, because I'm just sitting here, I'm hanging out.
How long have you been sitting there then?
A long time.
No, you haven't.
Actually,
The car's smoking.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And we just got a call of a crash. That's why we just got here. Okay?
You're good.
That car's smoking over there. Your car's smoking. I can feel the heat coming off the car.
No, I
just happened.
understand. My car is on.
Okay.
You're right.
So tell me what happened.
I saw that car actually over there.
Okay.
Fucking crash.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just hanging out here by myself. Okay.
Okay. What's your name?
I don't have to give you any
I'm
of
gonna
that.
ask you one more time.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
What's your name?
I don't have to give you any of that.
Yes, you do.
I'm sitting here, I'm hanging out. I have nothing.
You want me to arrest you for not giving me your name?
Okay.
Does that sound normal?
Sure.
That does. You're sitting here drunk, crashed
I'm not. I'm just
in a
hanging out,
vehicle.
dude. Okay.
Okay. Stop moving. Okay.
Seriously?
Stay here. Stay here. Stop moving.
Okay.
All right. We don't need to be following the officer. He's just asking you questions. Answer the questions.
Okay. I'm shaking because I'm cold, by the way, so
Okay.
don't freak out on that part. Okay, you're good.
I'm caller 27 for Christina Valdez. She's valid and negative today.
Any guns in the car?
No, there's no gun in the car.
1020.
Can you put the phone in my pocket?
Come on over here.
Can I get my phone?
I'll get it here in a minute. I'll get it over here in a minute.
So, I got arrested for what?
You're being arrested for DWI.
Okay.
Even after being arrested and ignoring the officer's repeated attempts to get him to comply, he still wouldn't cooperate. It's unbelievable that someone like this, who clearly struggles with basic responsibilities, is supposed to be in charge of protecting others.
You're an officer, right?
Yeah.
You don't give us your name, we're gonna book you under John Doe.
No, I got
Okay,
you.
so what's your name?
What's your name?
So you arrested me for DWI. So
what's your name?
We'll go down this path.
Okay, we'll go down this path.
Yeah. No, you're good.
So
you're
what's
good.
your name?
1020 everybody is the most common in this region.
Crashes. This one's a single vehicle.
Dart ran a red light.
Okay.
Truck took off and then
Okay.
he got going.
Do you have any 49 for the HB sergeant?
So this car's a single vehicle. He takes out this tree.
Wait, the Mustang was?
Had to have. So the Dart flees as well from the other crash. He is coming this way, makes the turn. He's ending up over here and just starts driving through the yard, area, and gets hung up right here. So,
Meanwhile, Mustang may or may not have had anything to do with this one.
let's see. Yeah, Mustang. He's he's lost control somewhere. So he hits it sideways.
Spins the car out.
Where's Madams?
It spins the car out, and then he goes that way and drags it.
Yeah, so he's up here. It's sideways, hits the tree, knocks it, and just basically just drives it right back.
So Mustang guy it seems like has nothing to do with this crash over here.
They didn't even see each other, freak each other out.
No.
No, so the Mustang's coming this way.
Yeah, Mustang's coming this way.
This is a mess. So we got
An APD sergeant arrived at the scene to identify Fuad, who was then taken to a Rio Rancho substation for a breathalyzer test that he refused. Afterward, he was taken to a local hospital to check for injuries from the crash. Following that, he was booked into the Sandal County Detention Center and charged with aggravated driving under the influence, careless driving, failure to notify of the accident, and driving without a license. On October 26, 2019, a Las Cruces police officer received a call about a woman who was reportedly snoozing in her car and driving erratically. According to the witness, she was all over the road, clearly a top-notch driver, or maybe not. When the cops arrived, they found the woman peacefully sleeping.
Ma'am? Las Cruces PD. Can you wake up?
Right now, let 950 know. I mean, let Central know. There is no male. But there is a female passed on the contact sheet.
Ma'am, can you get up? I need you to wake up. Who else is with you? Just you? No, I need you to get up. I need you to get up.
Wake up. So, right now, let 950 know. I mean, let Central know that there is no male out here, but there is a female passed out in the passenger seat.
Who else is with you?
What do you mean? Who else is with me? Look in the car.
Wait right there, ma'am. Wait right there.
What are you talking about?
Wait right there, ma'am.
I'm not bored.
Ma'am, just wait.
I'm not bored.
Wait in the car. Wait in the car, please. Wait in the car. That's what I'm asking you. Wait in the car.
This is bullshit. Look in your own car. You want to look at my car?
Step.
No.
Look in the car. Have a seat in the car.
Okay, then
Have a seat in the car. Sit in the car. Go ahead.
The woman found passed out in the car turned out to be Detective Stephanie Carabajal. It seemed she had indulged in several drinks, and the officers weren't about to let her off the hook. They quickly decided to call in the New Mexico State Police to handle the investigation.
Do you hear it? I'm sorry. No, go back. Do it again. Do it again.
There's a clutch right here. You got it? Okay. Close the door, okay?
When she stepped out, that's when he went in the shower and told her, no, go in the car. At that time, I didn't know what was going on. You guys told me. Okay. I'm going to go talk to the witness first. And let her.
When I was on the phone with you, that's when I grabbed the ID from him to see who the witness was. And then that's when I asked the witness, like, where did you see her from? Like, what happened? That's when the witness said, I think he gave the ID back to her.
I gave the ID back, but I got it. All right, good.
She said that she was coming up Roadrunner. She said, and then right at the turn where you're about to go to the movies, which I'm assuming is Roadrunner and North Drive, because that's the only road that goes that way. She said that that's when she noticed cars honking. She didn't know why they were honking, but when she pulled up closer, she was able to see the blue car, single occupant. She was just slouched with her head down in this manner. She said the window was open. She honked. That's when she got her attention. She asked her if she was okay. She said, yeah, I'm fine. The car proceeded towards...
So she saw her driving for sure?
Yes.
Let me go talk to them.
Okay.
And I was going towards the movies, going on the highway, on the frontage.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed these people were honking. I'm like, well, what are they honking at? And I left to the right because she was in the...
I'm okay with a regular unit, but if they have a supervisor who wants to give me a clean one, that's 10-4.
And I saw she was right there, in the next lane. Maybe because she's in the lane that was gonna turn.
I may get a phone call here in a minute, ma'am. I'm gonna need to take it, but I'll continue on speaking with you if that phone call comes. Okay.
Okay. And and then I noticed that she was like this, if she fell asleep.
What did she look like?
She was a white younger girl.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked like that. I know they.
Like she was asleep.
Yeah, and so I freaked out because.
Was there anyone else in the truck with her? No.
And so I started honking. She had her window rolled down, and I was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah." And then she went straight.
When she said yeah, did she seem fine?
No, she didn't. That's why I followed her.
As the officers waited for their supervisor, one of them approached the witness who had first reported the scene. It was thanks to this witness that the town was saved from a drunk detective behind the wheel.
Sorry about that. I had to talk to the state police officers. They're on the way to help us out with this one too, because it's on the highway but in the city, so it's a bit of a jurisdictional thing.
No, that's fine.
Okay, but they're probably going to want to talk to you too.
Okay, that's fine.
Where were we at? She got out of the vehicle. Nobody else got in or out of that vehicle.
No, she was by herself the whole time when I saw her right there, even on.
You could see in the truck and make sure nobody else was in there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you basically just stayed to make sure she didn't drive off, or?
Yeah, that's what I was. Well, also I was afraid that she was gonna take off, when she saw me leave.
No, no, and it's very considerate of you. I mean, unfortunately, drunk driving crashes have deadly results.
Not only that, she was so young.
Well,
Like saving her life down, like.
no, you're right. That's a good way to think, you know. So, all right, if you don't mind waiting here,
Is
just
she
stay warm.
okay? Is she intoxicated or?
I haven't made contact with her yet. I wanted to talk to you before.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Oh, and you said something about throwing up. I know that there was a car in front of me. I don't know if they called 911.
Uh-huh.
They said that, but I couldn't see because it's so dark. So I don't know if she was throwing up.
So you never saw her throw up?
No.
Okay,
I don't
that's
know
just
if
what
they
I was
called-
wondering.
Yeah, I know. But they were waiting there for a while and they left.
The deputy spoke with Detective Karabahal and asked her to step out of her vehicle for a field sobriety test. When she refused, the deputy had no choice but to arrest her. She was later taken to the police station and charged with driving under the influence. It was shocking to see an officer of the law refusing to comply with a field sobriety test. Fortunately, she was arrested, and we hope she faces the appropriate consequences for her actions. In November 2022, Deputy Waya Holio stopped Kenneth Adams for several traffic violations. Upon checking Adams' ID, he discovered something that triggered a series of events.
How's it going?
Good. What did I do wrong?
Good. So the reason I stopped you is you didn't come to complete stop the stop sign?
I did.
And then you didn't have your turn signal on?
I sure did.
Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised you were pulling me over. But
Adam appeared very confident as he completely denied the traffic violations the officer had clearly witnessed. Moments later, Deputy Holio ran his ID.
Step out. Well, no, he's placed on arrest for a warrant. He has an active warrant.
Okay, can I get you to step out of the vehicle with me?
what are you doing? No, what's going on? Seriously, what's going on?
You have a warrant. I don't know how you have a warrant, but it's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of 7th District Court here in San Juan.
I've gone to, no, that's incorrect.
Okay,
I've gone
well, it's on our system right now.
Well, you
I'm
need
not
to
going to argue with you about it. You're going to go to jail tonight on that warrant, okay?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I don't. Excuse me, like, no.
Okay.
This is, dude, this is absurd.
Mr. Adams, you do have an active warrant for your arrest.
And who issued the warrant, though?
The courts have it issued.
For what, though? Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant for me anywhere.
Adams insisted that he had already dealt with all the charges in court, but Deputy Holio remained focused on the situation. Eventually, Adams agreed to get out of the car and made a call to his mother.
I'm calling my parents.
Okay, you can call them. I'm going to put you in cuffs real quick.
I'm getting arrested. Apparently they think there's a warrant out for my arrest on, and there's not. But I'm out by Eastland. I'm getting arrested. Eastland. And they're arresting me right now. The cops are, Mom. Who else would arrest me? I'm going to jail. Mom, they are handcuffing me right now. I've asked them for the warrant, and they don't tell me anything about a search warrant. So, nothing. Not using anything, Mom. They're arresting me because they said there was a warrant for me.
Okay, I'm hanging the phone up.
No, I'm not kidding, Mom.
At first, even Adams' mother was shocked and struggled to believe that her son was being arrested. However, after he insisted it was not a joke, she decided to send his father to the scene.
This is a joke. This is seriously the biggest joke I've ever heard of. When you turned on your lights, I knew there was some bullshit going on.
It was issued October 13th.
For what?
This year. It's when the warrant was issued.
For what?
It had some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to court for that. No, I've been to court for that.
All right, let's do this, officer.
Look that way real quick so I can fix it. Well, if I've been to court, then why am I getting arrested?
I don't know. I don't know what all the court's purposes are for filing the warrant. All I know is there is a warrant, okay? So that's going to be up to you and the courts to be able to figure that out, right?
Yeah, I do.
So it has 2 burglary charges listed, a theft charge, mischief.
That's on my old case.
3 charges of burglary of a vehicle, and
Yeah.
criminal trespass.
Yeah, why is that floating up now?
While Adams waited for his father to arrive, he continued to question the officers about the details of his warrant, insisting that the charges had already been settled in court. By the time his father, a San Juan County commissioner, showed up, Adams had already been taken to jail.
Well, we're letting you take the car so we don't have to impound it.
I don't want it impounded.
I know, that's why we're letting you take it.
Hey, where's Kenneth?
He's in jail. They took him.
You already took him to jail?
They took him to jail and I stayed here with the car.
Why?
For a warrant.
Who do I call to find out?
To find out the warrant?
You're a police officer. Tell me who I call to find out why he's in jail.
Hey, so I got Bruce Adams here. Braden took Kenneth to jail on a warrant. Can I show Bruce the warrant? What's the protocol there? Yeah, he's pretty mad.
Ultimately, the deputy's supervisor allowed Bruce Adams to review his son's warrant and investigate why Kenneth was still in jail.
Okay, that's the warrant. Okay, so it says warrant status active, offense burglary, burglary, theft, criminal mischief, burglary of a vehicle, burglary of a vehicle, burglary
He's
of a vehicle.
already been to court over that.
Criminal trespass, normal 7th District Court, Monticello. Bruce, we don't have anything to do with that. All we know is that the warrant issues a current. That the court issues a warrant. That's all we know.
Well, he's been to court and been charged. He has a plea in abeyance on all that.
I don't know, Bruce. I have no idea.
Who knows?
The courts. The courts are the only ones who know.
I can't get to the court until Monday.
Right.
Because of a son of a false arrest.
You saw the warrant right there. I showed you a warrant.
He's been charged with that, and he has a plea in abeyance on all of it.
We can see Bruce growing angrier as he insists that his son has already addressed this warrant in court. What he doesn't understand is that Deputy Holio has no control over resolving the issue at that moment.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to turn him loose.
I can't turn him loose, Bruce.
Who can?
Nobody can. He's been arrested for a warrant. The courts can.
And the warrant's false.
Huh? The warrant's not false.
You want me to sue the county sheriff because he arrested my kid on a false warrant?
The warrant's right.
This is a clear case of abusing power. A high-ranking police official trying to use his influence to pressure officers into releasing his son. Despite the verbal abuse, Bruce persisted in contacting the sheriff's office, insisting on his son's release. It was later revealed that the warrant existed due to incomplete documents submitted by someone else. Eventually, Adams was released from jail and corrected the documentation to resolve the warrant issue. As the officer approached the Albuquerque Police Department unit, he noticed that the driver, who was an officer from his own department, appeared to be visibly agitated. The driver claimed he was responding to an emergency call, but the officer couldn't verify this and decided to investigate further.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's the hurry?
I'm just in my way to work. I have like 11 minutes left.
Yeah, you have 9 minutes left?
Yeah, I go in at 12.
Okay, and also, you're not staying in your lane.
I'm sorry, boss. I have a low tire. That's all it is.
Come back here and talk to me real quick.
Yeah.
The officer, noticing Jordan Hernandez's signs of impairment, conducted a field sobriety test. Jordan struggled to perform the tasks, and his breathalyzer results confirmed he was driving under the influence. He was subsequently arrested and taken into custody.
Why can't you stay in one lane?
Because I'm trying to log on to all my stuff and everything like that.
Okay. So when did you start logging into it?
Honestly, I can show you. Like, I've been trying to log on and doing all my other stuff. That's the only reason.
Mr. Hernandez, when did you last drink alcohol?
Yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna check your eyes real quick.
Okay.
Put your toes together. I'm gonna check your eyes. Okay. So nothing drink recently?
No, sir.
Okay, any major head injury?
Just a headache recently, but nothing crazy.
Okay. When did you graduate the academy?
About 3 years ago, sir.
Okay. Was I one of your instructors?
What's that?
Was I one of your instructors?
No, sir.
Okay. See my fingertip?
Yes, sir.
Follow my fingertip with your eyes only. And don't move your head.
Yes,
so, Mr. Hernandez, can you explain why I would smell alcohol from your breath?
I don't know why, sir.
Okay, here we go. Don't move your head. Mr. Hernandez, do you have a license?
On me, yeah.
Can I see it?
The officer observed Jordan Hernandez's eyes bouncing, a clear indication of impairment. Jordan stood in the middle of the road while the officer conducted further checks on his condition.
Okay, same thing, I'm going to go up and down. Follow the fingertip.
Yep.
Mr. Hernandez, 2 more quick tests. We'll possibly get you on your way.
The officer was nearly certain that Hernandez was over the limit, but he proceeded with the required tests. The walk and turn test clearly revealed Hernandez's impaired condition.
Hands at your sides.
Can I take off my mags? I can't see it over my bag.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Can I put them on your hood?
You can put them in your car.
Okay. Sorry, I can't see over my hood or my max.
Any questions?
No, sir.
You feel understand what I want you to do?
Yes, sir.
Next up will be step number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Despite Hernandez performing the tests with more control, the officer had already made his decision. He proceeded to arrest his fellow officer for drunk driving.
Fernandez, I believe that you're well over the legal limit.
Okay.
Okay, go and take every. So I will do the favor of that. Would you disagree with me?
I wouldn't agree with you, sir.
No, I said would you disagree with me?
I would disagree with you.
Okay. Did you do great in the fields? No. Do you know how to do the field sobriety test? Yes. Your speech. I've never heard you speak. The strong odor. Your eye movements. Okay.
Okay, but my eye movement and nothing else. Like,
okay.
I'm not going to argue.
Well, I know you're not.
I'm good. Here.
Officer Jordan felt he had been treated unfairly because he believed he had passed the field sobriety test. However, the arresting officer couldn't ignore Jordan's blurry eyes and the smell of alcohol.
We'll call him in a minute.
You honestly, you don't need to do all that. Like, I can.
Well, you can have your gun belt, yeah.
What do you want?
Or this thing?
Yeah.
Did that come off?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to take it out.
Okay. Do you want me to put it in my unit?
Yeah. Do you have a t-shirt? Do you have a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Let's check out the APD. Okay.
The officer refused to take a breath test and was simply taken to the police station.
You take our test. I'm asking for a breath test.
No, sir.
Okay, sir, I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your next driver's license or non-resident privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in court for driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you have refused to be tested. Furthermore, you'll be charged with aggravated DWI, which you know. With that in mind, do you want to submit to a breath test?
No, sir.
Do you feel? Turn around. This way. Open your mouth. Lift your tongue. Open your mouth. It's now 12:06. Okay. And I'll take the fine from you. And then we'll call your sergeant. I gotta call my lieutenants anyway. What's that?
Officer Jordan was eventually charged with driving under the influence and placed on administrative leave pending an internal investigation. In March 2019, the driver of the Newark Chancellor hit a parked police car. When the officers asked the driver for details about the crash, the Chancellor didn't like it. Her reaction to the situation was outrageous.
Talk to your person, please.
Yeah, she's on her way right here. I understand.
No, you don't understand.
I understand. I'm just trying to do my job. That's it. I have to just make sure.
Rutgers police vehicle.
I understand that, but I can't just let it go. It's not like I can just let it go. I have to do what's safe for my job as well.
Damage.
I understand that, but that's not up for me. I have to make sure my supervisor is aware of what's going on. I understand.
Absolutely no damage.
I know that, and I explained that to her, but she still wants to come. She still wants to come, and she wants to make sure that's our policy. That's the way.
If I miss my airplane, you folks are in trouble.
Okay. She's on her way.
The Chancellor is so blinded by her power that she doesn't realize how awful she is. Her assistant is just as bad.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not well. I'm being held from going to the airport. I missed my plane.
Okay.
You folks are in trouble.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm the Chancellor.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, can we get another car? She needs to
No, I don't want to do that.
Just give me 5 minutes when this occurred.
I actually was not. I was standing right here.
Okay.
Who's on their way?
My sergeant and my lieutenant.
They're not going to be here.
They're going to be here. They're on their way. They're driving.
Sergeant LaFand and who's the LT? Lieutenant Jordan. They're on their way.
5 Blue Street. I just have to make notifications of what occurred, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, you could do that. Take a picture and let her go. She's on her university business. Would you do this if this were the President of the United States? Yes. No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
We have to do what we have to do. We have to do our job just like you have to do your job.
No, you have to be careful about doing your job.
Okay. Okay.
Not just, following rote.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm just going to tell you one thing. I 100% agree with my partner here, so
Yes,
we're just going to stand by for the supervisors and.
But now it's not. So you have to. That's the thing about being listen. That's the thing about being thoughtful. Strategic. You have to know who you're dealing with and how and
has to get to the airport for a flight. Copy that.
Receive. We're getting the information.
I'd love to see them do this to President Porch.
Oh no, they wouldn't.
Can I just have your driver's license and insurance?
He's a Rutgers police.
What did he just say?
Receive. I just need your license, your driver's, and the registration for the vehicle and the insurance.
Or the license of the driver, and you can let them go, and we'll do a report. If we need anything, we can always call back.
Receive.
The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. He literally.
Oh. Her just called her. She won't tell us what he said.
Do you have your driver's license with you?
What did he tell you?
I wasn't driving.
Okay.
She wasn't in the car. What?
I can't tell which is worse, their sense of entitlement or their lack of empathy and respect for the officer. Regardless, both of them kept bullying the cops until the end.
You're gonna get written out. You and you.
Appreciate it.
He just got here. So I don't care. He said he fully supports his partner. So he's part of the problem. I know we don't think. Nancy, you should have gone. You should have called your chief in the first place. Just say, what should I do? Get the information and that's all. When you have somebody like this, you call and you say, what should we do? Should we follow normal protocol or should we do something else? That's what you should have done. Thank you.
Have a good night. See you later.
After the video of the incident was released, the Chancellor apologized. She said, "I sincerely apologize for my reaction that morning. I know I wasn't at my best. I have a lot of respect for RUPD and appreciate the work our officers do every day to keep our campus and community safe." On May 5th, 2024, in Valley Mills, Texas, a body cam recorded a heated confrontation between a police officer and the head of the volunteer fire department. Valley Mills police officer Martin, who was on call, got a call from a member of the Valley Mills Volunteer Fire Department, VMVFD, asking for barricades, but didn't provide more details. Officer Martin, also a VMVFD member, saw a request for help with a house fire outside the city limits in BOS County and assumed the barricades were for that. Since the request was outside Valley Mills' jurisdiction and no other information was given, the situation escalated. However, it was eventually resolved, and both men went their separate ways.
What happened? This morning they were asking for barricades. It wasn't for the structure fire, it was for the water crossing the rivers, crossing the roads. Yeah, so that was my bad, I didn't realize. He said that was what Andy was so fired up about, is that was partially because they've been on so many calls and then they couldn't use barricades and they had to send units out to cover the roads. Okay.
Well, I just got on the phone with Chief. Chief said we can't sit here the whole time. That's what Chief said. So we got barricades up. The barricades are there to do their jobs. If we get too many calls about people coming down here, we'll come tell people they need to leave. And I can try and get Chief to put something on Facebook, and that's about the best we can do. But we can't sit because if we get like I tried to explain to Andy, if we get a major call, we're gonna have to leave the spot anyway. I'm not saying that you have to stay.
We don't get a paycheck.
Okay, I get that. I get that.
And my tax
Stand by. Stand by. Nobody's saying that. Okay, but everybody's overreacted. I get y'all been out here since 2 o'clock. I'm not discrediting y'all for anything.
We asked for help.
And that's what we're trying to do. That's why we have the barricades set up.
That's why we need a policeman that lives in Valley Mills that'll respond to Valley Mills all the time.
Okay, so here's the deal. We can't just sit here the whole time. Nobody's saying that y'all have to sit here the whole time.
Oh, nobody asked y'all to get here anyway. We had it covered. I told them when they asked if we went to police, I said, no, we got it covered. I told the mayor when he was sitting in my window. I said, we don't need the Valley Mills place. We had it.
I'm not that kind of person. In fact, anytime that I've ever had a contact with you, I've always been nice to you, have I not? So why is this all of a sudden just, it's a police department deal?
When the other officer arrived, the head of the VMVFD and Officer Martin were already discussing the issue, looking visibly unhappy. Officer Martin admitted there had been a miscommunication that stopped him from providing the fire department with the needed barricades. It seemed the officers were trying to calm things down and prevent the situation from escalating further.
But what I'm telling you is... Okay, but what I'm telling you is, we all need to be out here and work together just fine, right? Without all this anger and animosity, right?
I got one question for you.
What's up?
How come we have a 5-man police department?
We don't have a 5-man police department.
Oh, really?
We don't. We have 3 full-time peace officers, 1 cadet, and 2 reserves.
Okay, where's the 2 reserves at? Where's the 2 reserves? I don't ever see them working.
Hold on. What's that? Right. Well, so here's. Do you want an answer or do you not want an answer?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what I'm saying.
So the reason that I say that is because, yes, if we sat and worked the barricades, nobody else is here, right? We get that call and we leave. Who's here to stop it? Right? And again, I never said we have to have fire department here because we can't be here. All I simply asked was if we can get fire department up there to Mike Murphy, and then Andy popped off on me, screaming and yelling at me in the middle of the highway. That's my chief's order, man. I don't make the rules. That's my chief's order. And I'm telling you right now, right? And I'm telling you right now, it's not anything to say. Fire department. I know that's what y'all think, but I promise you, it's not. Like, I don't understand why there's such a big problem between all of us.
We cover 360 square miles. Y'all cover 5 square miles at best.
The argument grew more intense as it went on. The officer insisted they had no issue with the fire department and respected the volunteers for their work. However, neither side was ready to back down or move on.
Barricades down here, right? The barricades I've been over.
There's some on Highway 6, yeah.
Once barricades are up, the city's no longer liable, so that has to go through. So I'm just saying. So, and I get it, y'all gotta make calls. Y'all gotta go, you gotta go, that is what it is. But, so, technically nobody has to be here. It's just not possible with the city decides. You're in the wrong county, buddy. Wrong county.
Like I said, I don't understand why it has to come to this. You know what I mean? Like, Sergeant Williams.
Both seats. That's what
unfortunately, under these circumstances, for some reason, nobody can get along. I don't know why. Like I said, I mean, I'm out here on my day off, so I am volunteering my time. Yeah, I do get paid. Actually, I'm getting comp time for it. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm getting comp time for it. So, but everybody thinks it is. You know, this is part of. He's off too. He's not scheduled till 3 p.m. So I totally understand. Y'all been out here since 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's go that way. Been out here since 2 o'clock in the morning, shuffling calls. I get it. We could have done the same thing if somebody would call and ask for our help. He said he didn't want our help. That's fine. I get it. But when we get called out, it wasn't him. It wasn't any of y'all that specifically called for us. He got a call saying that Highway 6 was flooded. So he's going to go out and investigate it as a police officer. I just don't understand why all of this has to turn into this.
I agree. Howdy.
Howdy.
Good day. How far?
It's an understatement.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm from here, and I don't think I've seen it come into town. How close is it?
91, it was a little bit.
Yes, sir. Are you on the highway? Right here at 4th? Okay, yeah, I'm coming. What's going on?
Things eventually calmed down without any more drama, and no charges were filed. In January 2019, a Jersey cop tried to violate a journalist's First Amendment rights. Little did the cop know that this routine action would end with him getting an embarrassing lesson.
On a story for the township.
You're working on a story for the township.
Well, about the township for me.
For you?
Yes.
What are you making, a documentary?
It's a news story.
News story? ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
You can do whatever you want, but
just to
need to identify who you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we investigate as to somebody calling in about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law is that?
Shortly after, the officer made his motive clear by demanding the man's identification, claiming he had received a call about a suspicious person in the neighborhood. However, the man refused to provide his ID and questioned the officer's justification.
What law is
if
that?
I'm investigating a crime. It's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide
Wrong.
documentation. No, it's
Quote that statute. Quote obstruction. Apparently you don't.
Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in violation of obstruction.
Seeing that the man was standing firm, the officer warned him that refusing to cooperate could lead to charges of obstruction. However, the journalist, fully aware of his rights, remained resolute.
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious person.
and what statute is suspicious?
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. What's the law?
To determine what's going on. So
I'm taking pictures in public.
Who you are. You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are.
Not really.
You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public?
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no. I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did.
So you just asked me what did I do, and I already told you what I said.
Okay.
I said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. And I said,
that's
that's
it.
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
The man questioned the officer, seeking to understand what he had done wrong, but the officer couldn't provide a lawful justification for his actions.
Okay, but you don't need to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do. Yes.
No, I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah, and this is within that degree.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, if we're investigating it for suspicious because somebody called it in, it's not like we just...
It doesn't matter if somebody called it in.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so if you're outside on your property mowing your lawn and somebody says you're suspicious and the police come by, you have to give them your ID?
To verify that you live there, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
it's
you
your
do.
property. Entitled to follow the law.
Which is this person.
Okay.
We just need to verify who you are and identify who you are.
And what statute is suspicious? What law am I breaking?
Sir, I'm not. I already went over this with you. I don't need to go.
And you haven't justified yourself yet.
I do. And listen, again, if you fail to provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for obstruction.
You think so?
Documentation. Otherwise, you are going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
Despite the journalist asserting his First Amendment rights and right to privacy, the officer insisted that he had been flagged as suspicious and threatened arrest.
Do you not have identification on me?
Well, so then you lied to me because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me yes, I do.
Oh, I have fingerprints.
Okay, so who are you then? Because we're going to have to verify who you are.
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Here's the other problem. Now you lied to me, so now I have a concern as to whether you're being truthful and honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, well, you're not being truthful and honest with me because you haven't quoted a law yet that I'm required to show you ID.
I already explained to you what I need to
Supervisor.
do. If you fail to, there's actually a supervisor right there.
Okay.
As the confrontation intensified, the civilian contradicted himself by claiming he had no ID, which the officer quickly highlighted. At that point, the man requested a supervisor.
I don't need to have a supervisor anyway because I asked you for who you are.
Well, I'm asking for a supervisor. I did not lie about who I am.
I explained to you what happens if you fail to provide documentation. Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you could be charged with hindering.
Do we have a sergeant?
Giving failed documentation.
No.
You have two sergeants, right?
Two? Okay.
What's going on? So what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what law is that, Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well, he does actually. He actually does.
Just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in public taking pictures of a public building, expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press. I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have that right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you. Well, he appears to tell me that I don't.
Believing he had enough grounds for an arrest, the frustrated officer was ready to charge the man with obstruction. However, the supervisor stepped in and began questioning the civilian to understand the situation better.
Just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
Off limits.
Yep, like the back of that parking lot there. It says restricted area. Can't go back there.
Areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now.
The supervisor confirmed that the man was exercising his rights and was not required to show identification as long as he remained in public areas and avoided restricted or private zones.
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Is it?
It's
So your
different than
sergeant's
what you
wrong.
explained to my
So your sergeant's
source
wrong?
and what we were going to.
So your sergeant's...
We're not going to get to an argument in here.
Sure.
So we're all set,
Because
all right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your help.
All right? You have a good day.
You too.
All right?
Thank you
We're all
very
clear,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir.
Hope you learned something today.
The grumpy officer looked visibly embarrassed after hearing his supervisor's verdict and even tried to argue that the supervisor was wrong. However, the supervisor quickly stepped in and ended the argument.
And there they are, trying to figure out where I parked.
The civilian enjoyed every moment of recording the officers and was even surrounded by 5 of them at one point. To add insult to injury, he went back to the grumpy officer and asked for his identification. The supervisor, knowing the law well, stepped in to prevent the situation from escalating further and potentially leading to a lawsuit. In October 2015, Jason Unruh, a First Amendment auditor, was recording outside a police station when an officer came up and tried to scare him into stopping his filming.
If you want my name, I'll give you everything. Who are you?
I don't need to provide that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
If I'm asking you who you are and why you're videotaping our facility, you have to provide me with some kind of identification. So do you have any identification?
To require identification under the law, you need to be able to articulate a crime that I'm about to commit or I have committed.
Okay. You're going around, you're videotaping our state police facility for no apparent reason, and if I'm asking you who you are, you have to provide me with identification.
I don't have to, no.
It's just like anything else.
No, it's not.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
In fact, your public information officer already has dealt with this here, and so has a few other officers, so...
I don't care who's dealt with it. I'm asking you for identification because I want to know who you are right now.
The officer clearly didn't understand the law. He didn't know about the First Amendment right or the right to film in public, and even said he ignored Supreme Court decisions.
I don't know what your reasoning is for videotaping our facility.
Well, first of all, Supreme Court has covered that filming out in public is perfectly legal.
I don't care what the
And that is not a suspicion of crime, so therefore you have no suspicion of crime.
Listen, you can cite whatever you want.
Right.
Why are you videotaping? That's what I'm asking right now.
I don't have to answer that.
Well, I want to see a form of identification, identifying who you are, why you're outside my facility right now videotaping us.
I don't have to provide that either.
Why not? Why do you feel that you do not have to perform any form of
Because that's the law.
No, it's not. If
Yes,
you're
it
out
is.
here and I want to know why you're videotaping our facility and you have to provide me some form of identification, you just can't come and walk away anytime you want and just come up with your things and fly them over our lot. I want to know who you are and why you're videotaping this right now.
You probably want to get a supervisor or somebody higher up.
Sure, here's my sergeant. He's coming out right now.
Well, and he'll tell you.
Okay, no problem.
The overbearing cop waited for his supervisor to show up before dealing with the situation. Little did he know, he was about to face one of the biggest embarrassments of his life.
Hey, Len. He was flying the drone out in front, videotaping. All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go through first sergeant, not a problem. Not a problem.
You can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape, not a problem.
All right.
Okay.
So you were wrong?
Huh?
You were wrong?
According to my sergeant, yes, I was.
So you learned something today, that's good.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure.
The officer was so embarrassed that he left the scene immediately. Shortly after, the auditor spoke with the sergeant, who remained polite and even apologized.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of this. I said sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say misinformation, but it's an area that we're not used to dealing with. All right?
Well, that's apparent. I've dealt with your troopers already on this.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. It's not a problem. That's why he came out here. I saw that he was talking to you, so.
You probably should educate them a little bit more on it. It's going to be a more...
It's kind of an area that's new to everybody, and until they have legislation on it.
Which there is none.
Right. So sorry for the inconvenience, okay?
This shows that there are still many good officers out there, and we hope every cop can learn from this sergeant. On May 20th, 2020, in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, a local was just recording around public property when things took a turn for the worse upon encountering a police officer.
Hello.
Officer Hins chose to make this civilian's First Amendment rights his problem. Instead of letting it go, he did everything he could to escalate the situation.
What's going on?
Not much, just walking around.
Videotaping the police department's not a good idea.
Why? You guys are friendly people.
We are, but why are we doing this?
Why wouldn't we?
Because it's a security issue for us.
Is it? It is? I don't think so.
It is.
It's public property.
It is public property, but when you start recording our perimeter and our gates and what our activities are, it's a concern to us.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
You heard it right. Officer Hinz claimed it was a security issue. As soon as he realized the person wouldn't back down because he knew his rights, it seemed like he was trying to represent the entire department. Here's what happened next.
That you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason?
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license I can see?
I don't.
What is your name?
I'm not going to give that to you.
You're not going to give it to me?
No. Why would I give it to you? I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you're recording our property, you're recording our building.
Sure.
And it's a security issue for us.
Am I being detained?
You are.
Okay.
Until I can get you identified.
And what's your reasonable,
because I want to make sure that you're not doing something that's a problem for our law enforcement community.
So in order to detain somebody, you have to have a law that you're investigating, correct? So which law are you, what law do you suspect me of breaking?
Are you looking to create a problem here for us?
No, not at all. I'm being polite and cordial.
I'm being polite and cordial too, so I'm asking for
being
your
a
name
little
and date of
difficult.
birth so we can identify you.
I don't need to.
And be on our way.
Well, this auditor was smart enough to know what to say. Even after being threatened, he didn't back down in front of Officer Hinz.
What do I need to identify myself?
Because I'm asking you to identify yourself.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Todd Hines. My badge number is 200.
Okay. Your name and badge
We're
number?
recording you just like you're recording
Good.
us.
Yeah, like 216.
Okay, good.
So.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd like to be on my way to go. I mean, you have to have
so are
reasonable...
you refusing to identify yourself?
Well, there's no need to.
3916, can we get...
Are you a supervisor? Okay. I don't have any ill will. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm not armed.
What's the problem with identifying yourself?
I don't need to.
You don't need to?
No, it's my right to not.
Oh, so you're looking to create problems is what you're doing?
No, you're just accusing me of that.
Absolutely, because you're refusing to identify yourself.
That's not against the law.
It's obstructing legal process if we have a reason to ask you.
What's your reason? I've asked you.
To identify you. I just told you.
No, but I asked you.
You're recording our property.
I have to identify myself. Correct, and I have to identify myself. If you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion. And what is that?
You're looking to create problems, is what you're doing.
Is that what I'm doing? By just filming and exercising my First Amendment rights?
That is my opinion, yes.
Okay, well, the good thing is the law doesn't go off your opinion.
But it does when you're obstructing our requests.
The sergeant was called to the scene, but it took him several minutes to arrive. In the meantime, Officer Hinz made sure to threaten the local in every possible way. Little did he know, calling the sergeant was not just a request for backup, but his downfall.
But you're not free to leave. You're correct.
I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not gonna, I'm not like that.
All right, well, that's fine. So what's the problem with identifying yourself?
I just don't.
You don't have to.
I just don't need to.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I haven't broken any laws, and you just said you...
Nope, nobody said you broke any laws. I just said that your activity is suspicious to us.
Okay, and is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Listen, it's a concern for our safety and our welfare.
And I'm not here to do any ill will. I've told you that.
We don't know that.
I've told you that.
You could be, who knows?
Well, sure, but I mean, anyone going by here. Do you think I would be out in the open,
not all
just in the middle of daylight?
They're not recording our activities.
It's the middle of the daylight. I'm not hiding anything. I've literally hid nothing.
Believe me, people commit crimes in the middle of the daylight too.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, you're not accusing me of anything, which I get, and I appreciate you saying that, but that even more so just says that I don't have to identify myself. It's my First Amendment to film public officials doing what they do.
We'll see what the sergeant has to say here.
The sergeant quickly calmed things down and told Officer Hinz to leave the man alone. The man, who turned out to be John, said goodbye to both Officer Hinz and the sergeant. The way Officer Hinz was put in his place by the sergeant should be remembered. John made sure everything ended well.
What's that? Sergeant, what was your name and badge number?
Sergeant name and badge number 239.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Well, that wraps up Officer Hinz's humiliation. I'm sure he'll be much more respectful to people exercising their constitutional rights from now on. This officer definitely learned a lesson. On January 13th, a First Amendment auditor known as Pre-Press NC conducted an audit in Burlington, North Carolina. He went to a public parking lot at the Burlington Police Department and began filming around the police cars.
Tires are mostly in good shape. Can't tell entirely, but they're, generally speaking, they seem to be good tires. Hi! What are you doing? Just checking out my employees. What's up? What's your name and badge number?
Delgado.
Delgado, you have a badge number?
I don't.
Okay.
What's your name?
I'm not gonna give that.
So what are you doing?
Just checking on the Burlington employees and seeing if you guys are doing a great job.
The auditor began filming the police cars, checking if their tires and other visible parts were in good condition. Suddenly, Officer Delgado interrupted him and didn't seem too pleased with the filming.
Make sure you're keeping the officers safe with like good tires and you're not leaving out passwords to NCIC. What's that?
You come speak with us.
You said I need to?
Yes, sir. You're actually trespassing unless you actually have something.
You want me to or I need to? It's hard.
Do you have any business back here? This is only police personnel only.
Yeah, you said I need to, so I was asking, do you want me to come talk to her or did I have to? Am I being detained?
Yes, sir. At this point, yes, sir.
Okay, for suspicion of what crime?
Okay, you're walking around taking pictures of police cars and so forth. You don't have any business here.
Is that illegal? Is that illegal?
It's only supposed to be police back here.
And your name, badge number?
I don't have a badge number. Sergeant Marsh.
Sergeant Marsh, okay. So you said I'm detained, and I said suspicion of what crime?
Officer Delgado calls Sergeant Marsh to the parking lot. The sergeant quickly starts giving orders to the auditor, and on top of that, he abuses his authority by detaining the auditor.
Sir.
What crime have I committed?
You need to leave.
If you'd like to stand on the sidewalk and do
He told me I have to come here and I'm detained.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You said we need you to come here, and you said I'm detained.
Talk to you. So I need to talk to you. If you want to go over there, take on the sidewalk, take pictures, you're more than welcome, but you can't be back here.
So the sign that says public entrance is not a public entrance?
If you have business here.
Yeah.
Do you have business here?
Am I required to answer that question?
Okay, sir. At this point, you're being asked if you want to go over and take pictures.
I know I'm being asked because you don't want to infringe on my rights, which is why you've not ordered me to, but you still have me detained. Are you going to undetain me or am I still detained?
You're not detained.
Okay.
You're more than free, but
I can do what I want. Thanks. It's a public.
Sir, you can go on the sidewalk and take pictures.
You have to stay on the sidewalk.
Where's the sign that says it's authorized personnel only? There's actually a sign in here that says public parking, right?
Both the officer and sergeant tell the auditor he has to leave if he wants to continue filming. However, the auditor knows he has the right to film on public property under the First Amendment, but the sergeant doesn't seem to understand that.
Detained in a public parking lot with no signs, that's back off.
Well, sir, you need to understand.
I don't need to do. You detain me for nothing.
Sir, you need to leave the parking lot.
Give me your supervisor.
I am the supervisor.
Give me your supervisor, the LT. This is bullcrap.
I don't want to do it.
Notice I'm not talking to either of you guys this way. I'm not talking to either of you guys this way. I'm talking to him this way. You cannot detain me for videotaping.
I didn't
Why were you all in that car?
I wasn't in a car. If you find evidence of me being in a car, then bring me in and Raz and detain me and we'll talk.
And that's why we started speaking with you, because of that.
You can't detain me to figure out if I committed a crime. You're a freaking sergeant.
Yes, sir.
What was the Raz? Reasonable, articulable suspicion.
You're looking at vehicles, possibly breaking into a vehicle.
Did you suspect me of breaking into a vehicle?
I did.
Yes.
I asked him what he suspected me of, and he said filming.
No, I seen you, and I called my sergeant.
That's why I got out.
That's what you need to articulate. You didn't do that until now. He was telling me that I was suspicious because I was filming around vehicles, but he doesn't get to detain me because I'm filming. I don't care how suspicious it looks. You will not get my name. I am not trespassing, and I will not leave.
Officer Delgado and the sergeant initially said they detained the auditor for suspected car tampering, but the auditor pointed out that they had originally detained him for filming. This shows how Delgado and Sergeant Marsh were trying to twist the facts to fit their story. Eventually, the lieutenant arrived and de-escalated the situation.
What's going on, man?
Howdy.
How are you?
I was doing pretty good. Okay. Till I met the sergeant. These two folks are incredibly professional.
Good enough.
He hasn't escalated a single thing. She said she had razzed me breaking into a freaking car. She was very polite at first. Once he escalated, she jumped on the bandwagon. But generally, they've been good.
Okay.
He is a train wreck. How you just treated me was a train wreck. I should say that. I don't know you, Sergeant Marsh, so I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. All right?
Basically, I was told by Officer Delgado that he was actually looking at vehicles, possibly breaking into cars. That's why he's here.
He didn't tell me that. He didn't say that's his Raz. I said, you got Raz, detain me. And he said, you were filming, walking around cars. So
let's go and remove him from the situation, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay, so moving forward, how can we do something for you here? You can
allow me to go by
in the back lot.
Thank you.
Know what I mean? If you need paperwork, tell me what you need. We'll try to get it for you. They're going to close pretty soon.
Understood. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm good to go. I'm just here to quietly exercise my rights and not be impeded.
Okay.
And not be detained. We good?
More power to you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Be safe.
Peace. Keep it up, bro.
The auditor asked for the incident number from the police station and requested that City Hall include it in his public records. It's unclear whether he plans to file charges for the unlawful detention, but given how the lieutenant handled the situation, he might have a strong case. On August 18, 2022, an officer from the Cook County Sheriff's Office came across Adam Hollingsworth, also known as the Dreadhead Cowboy, riding a horse on the right side of the road in Cook County, Illinois. What the officer did next will surprise you.
What up, brother? I can't stop. I'm traveling, bro. I'm on my way to work. I'm on my way to work. I'm traveling, bro. I can't. I'm running late. I can't, bro. You don't supposed to never cut a horse off. You never cut a horse off. Learn the law. You never cut a horse off, brother. If you hurt my horse, you're going to get sued. Go ahead and hit my horse. Go ahead and hit my horse. Hey. I'm traveling, brother. And I'm detained. Okay, that's all you had to say. That's all you... Why am I detained? Why am I detained? I'm traveling. Why am I detained? Is it illegal? Get a white shirt.
Get off the horse, sir.
Get a white shirt.
Sir, get off the horse. So he's refusing to stop when I stop to talk to him.
Why are we riding the horse down the street, man?
Get a white shirt.
This ain't the jail. Get a white shirt.
Get a white shirt. Get y'all sergeant or lieutenant.
Give me your driver's license.
I'm not giving you nothing. Listen, can I get a sergeant or a lieutenant over here? I don't want to talk. I'm traveling. I'm running late from work. I'm traveling, and y'all. It don't matter. It don't matter. Okay, get a white shirt over here. Get a lieutenant over here. Why are we still talking? Y'all don't even know who I am, and y'all want to bother me.
We're trying to find
It don't matter. It don't matter who I am. It don't matter who I am. I'm finna, y'all detain me for no reason, bro. I'm finna be, y'all gonna let me go in a minute. I'm gonna be let loose in a minute. Don't touch my horse. Don't touch my horse. And then y'all blocking off traffic. Y'all blocking off traffic. Y'all don't touch my horse. You scaring my horse. You scaring my horse. Whoa. Okay, y'all scaring my horse. Whoa, whoa.
Alright, just park the horse.
I'm not parking. I'm parked right now, so what's the problem? Y'all stopping traffic for me traveling, bro?
The clueless cops didn't even realize that riding a horse isn't illegal. Just look at the absurdity. The officer asked the man on the horse to pull over, demanded a driver's license, and then told him to park the horse. But that's not all.
Y'all finna make a donkey out of y'allself. Y'all don't even know who I am. Y'all, listen, I prove cops like you, y'all don't know the law, and y'all just pull people over, wasting my time. Wasting my time for what? You never cut in front of a horse. Learn the law. You never turn your siren going on a horse. You never blow a horn on a horse, because you can start on my horse. Show me something that says a horse can't be on the street. Y'all don't know the law. Y'all don't even know the law. Why do they let y'all get these badges? Y'all need to learn the law before, when it comes down to horses, man. I have road rights. I'm traveling. As soon as your white shirt gonna get here, he gonna let me go. And you wasted my time. And that's a lawsuit. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. And I'm gonna sue you. And I'm gonna sue your department. Because y'all wasting my time. I'm running late from work. I might lose my job now. But it's not illegal though. It's not illegal. And he just, I got you. Or that way. And for him to cut my horse off, he cut my horse off. That animal cruelty right there. And I'm actually, no, he didn't tell me, if I'm detained. I thought when he told me I was detained. Until he said I was detained, I was gonna keep going. I pulled over. Did I do right?
Yeah.
Okay. But for him to cut in front of my horse.
Not only did the officers harass him, but they also tried to convince him that what he was doing was wrong. Watch what happens when the sergeant arrives on the scene.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
It was just that he's in this traffic. Yeah. I don't know what happened with this. Yeah. I know my.
No, he's cool. But the officer right there, he actually cut my horse off, and my horse actually clipped itself. That, tell him he don't supposed to do that. No, you good, brother. Thank you, Sarge. Thank you. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, write that ticket. Write your ticket. I got you, boss man. I apologize, man. But him right there, he bogus. He bogus. I'm going back for him because he don't supposed to cut my horse off.
And they had your horse at Fairview
This
for
one.
a while.
This one.
They gave you back?
This one.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't illegal.
Which, right now.
It ain't illegal.
I tell people there's a lot of livestock laws still in Chicago.
Listen.
Like you can drive a herd of cattle down the middle of State Street.
Listen, horses got right away over condemned pedestrians. Hey, Sarge, can I make a complaint on that officer right there, man? He cut my horse off. Okay, I got you. I can leave? Okay, y'all have a good one. All right, boss man, appreciate it, man.
These corrupt officers believe they're untouchable because of their qualified immunity, but people like Adam are giving them a much-needed reality check. It's time for these officers to realize they're not as invincible as they think. On July 20th, 2022, a YouTuber named Victorious Vegan posted a video of her protesting for animal rights. She quickly clashed with several officers who thought her actions were illegal. The things they said will make you question the validity of law enforcement.
There's nothing on there that I can do anything about.
Do you pay for this? Are you responsible for animals being killed?
Again, what you're speaking about is not any of my concern. I have no ups or downs, ins or outs. I have no opinion on the matter, zero. Because I can't. I'm not supposed to. I only deal with what's lawful, what's not. I don't say what laws are in existence or what laws don't exist. I have no opinion.
Well, you guys need to provide that because that's what we're asking for.
I understand that, but we don't even make laws.
No, but you're saying that we're breaking some sort of law. And did you explain to him that I called town hall and they specifically told me?
Get a permit to have
They specifically, did you not explain to him the situation?
I want to talk to you. I'm asking you.
He just got here.
I would like the code that we're breaking because
we will issue whatever we need to issue. Okay?
What do you mean
issue? We need to, if we need to. Okay. We want to remedy the situation. Would you think that this is maybe provocative, maybe information people need to know? Not saying that this would be done better somewhere else in here.
Where specifically do you suggest? Do you have results as an activist?
Excuse me?
Do you have results of an activist?
We are activists for different things.
Okay. Well, are you an animal rights activist that you have? Okay. So why?
I understand what you're trying to do and what you're trying to provoke in people. I do. Okay.
No, just getting people to think.
We have people complaining.
That's fine. Okay.
People are allowed to complain, and you're allowed to have a different opinion than that.
Notice how the sergeant avoids answering her questions because he knows he's in the wrong. These tyrants seem to have no shame.
Okay, yeah. Does it make you move? Does it make you move and be a different person? If you're, listen.
I'm asking you to be different. Okay.
If we go to a different corner,
I am not.
We're gonna have the same issue then. Because if I go from here to over there, the code would still be the same, no?
No. It changed because we're in different places.
Seems like it's being made up then.
Ma'am.
When we asked for a code, I explained the situation.
Okay. We don't deal with this every day. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
We're in the village of awful size.
Oh, welcome.
All right, you do this every day.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you've been shut down in different places for different reasons.
No,
correct?
we have the freedom of speech. It's in America 2022.
I fully understand that.
And people fought for the right, and now we.
Some people have the right, some people don't.
And in America, I do.
But the law is different. This is not against the law that I practice.
Everything that Adolf Hitler did was perfectly legal.
Okay.
And the police.
You don't have anything to do with that.
Yeah, but what's the difference between putting Jews in a gas chamber and putting pigs in a gas chamber when it's both against their will, they value their life, and they feel pain?
Ma'am.
Should we not speak up against them?
Ma'am, I do not make the laws in this country.
Okay, but what law am I breaking?
I do not get to pick what animals live, what animals I have
You
no
do
choice
every day when you purchase an animal product. You're literally condemning them to be executed because you like the way they taste.
After arguing with her for what felt like forever, the sergeant finally stops. But before he admits defeat, he pushes her a bit more.
I'm changing your mind.
Ma'am, this doesn't change my mind.
So can I just clarify, what exactly is the summons, what is the code, what is everything that you're trying to enforce right now?
I will come back and enforce it when need be.
Okay. Oh, well, we're trying to figure out what's going on so that we can reach a mutual understanding.
The mutual understanding is I'm trying to approach you guys as other people on the same planet to make a mutual agreement that maybe we can move this along.
So you have an agreement with Cabo because if it's an establishment, they called you and told us to move. So if we move over to the corner, then it's okay.
We are a neutral party.
Wants to see this
so then we can move to the corner?
This guy wants to see it?
This is why this happens behind brick walls, because no one wants to face the reality. And this is why when they are...
People have choice. They choose to eat.
They choose to murder other animals. They choose to molest children, and it's wrong. And
Can we compromise? You're allowed to be here. You're allowed to do what you want to do.
I'm allowed to be here.
You're allowed to be here, not impede pedestrian traffic. As long as that's...
We're not. We know that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it gets a little tight over here, all right? So if people are going to be tripping over stuff...
I understand. We do this,
I'm not saying you're not, all right? Okay? As long as you're not bothering people, we're going to leave it as it is.
Okay.
Finally, after wasting their time and energy, the supervisor decided to let them stay. However, this doesn't mean he admits he was wrong.
Your sign speaking for itself, I'm leaving you alone.
Okay. So we're not breaking any codes, is what you're saying?
Currently you're not. But again, you're a moving person. You're a speaking person.
Yes.
Things change. They're fluid.
Okay.
Right? Okay? I don't think that I'm saying anything wrong. I don't think I'm hurting you or fighting with you in any way. Am I?
No, I'm glad that you guys came to this conclusion that we're not doing anything wrong.
Never said you were. I said that from
you had said that we broke a code and that we needed a permit. That's what you said.
There are permits that should
I'm glad that this was resolved.
That should be obtained. Okay? Should. Doesn't mean it's absolute. Okay? So we're making a judgment call on the situation. Okay?
It must be humiliating for these tyrants when their illusions are shattered. Unfortunately, it has become necessary for protesters to stand up for our rights and confront these overbearing cops in a calm and composed manner. How would you have handled that officer in the same situation? On August 29, 2022, a First Amendment auditor with the YouTube channel Recognizing Our Rights was filming around the Douglas Border Crossing Office in Blaine, Washington. However, things were about to take a turn for the worse.
Hey guys, so this over, we'll go over to the trucks. Hi. Oh no, nobody at all. I'm just doing some filming, yeah.
Officer Formosa didn't have a regular conversation. Instead, he asked questions like this.
Who are you? Formosa. That's a neat name. I like your name.
Thanks, sir.
Formosa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have you walk over here with me real quick.
How come? I want to go this way.
Hang out right here then.
Oh, how come?
Because this is a federal inspection area.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
This is for news purposes.
All right.
Yep.
Did you already talk to the court if you're a journalist?
I'm a journalist, yeah.
All right.
I don't need to disseminate it. I'm letting you know right now it's for news purposes.
All right.
I'm an independent journalist getting content for a story.
All right. Do you have any credentials?
What, like what?
Like anything that says that you're a journalist?
Like a crayon and a piece of paper? There's nothing out there that's an actual, unless you're in the White House. You know that, right?
All right. So I'm just gonna have you hang out real quick.
Okay.
Officer
You can get Brown. Yeah. Supervisor Brown, probably.
The officer didn't seem pleased with the audit or the filming in a publicly accessible area. To make things worse, he soon brought out his supervisor.
How are you?
Good. What can I do for you?
Oh, just doing some public photography for news purposes.
Okay. Are you
referred? Are you crossing the border today?
No, I'm not.
You need to depart the FIS then, which means you can do all of that off of port property.
Oh, so this is not legal?
Correct.
It is not.
You're on the federal inspection station.
Okay.
And you can only be here if you have business here in the form of crossing the border north or south.
Officer Formosa brought out his supervisor, Officer Andres, who initially appeared helpful and provided information about the rules and regulations. However, things took a strange turn when Officer Andres decided to make the situation personal and dragged the auditor outside of the public property. Despite multiple warnings from the auditor, Officer Andres continued to violate his rights. It was bizarre to see him act this way, especially since the auditor had committed no crime.
Like you're gonna arrest me. Look at this, guys. Okay.
This way.
All right. We'll come back here, guys.
Do you see the sidewalk over here?
We'll come back here, guys. We're gonna go the way I want to go. I'm not gonna have you holding my hand. I'm leaving the property. Okay, and I'm gonna come back. I don't think you know the rules. I was down at Peace Arch already, but I'm gonna get. Who's your supervisor?
My supervisor is the duty chief. Right this way.
Okay, what's their name?
At the time, it's Chief Officer Giddens.
Okay, and
this way here.
Well, I want to cross over here.
That's not off-port property. This way is off-port property.
Wow, guys. This guy doesn't know the rules. You've been here for 28 years. You should have a sign.
I'm afraid I do know the rules. Sir, it is you, actually, that does not know the rules.
Okay, we're going to...
Despite being on duty for 28 years, this officer didn't seem to know the basic First Amendment rights of citizens. This is quite concerning.
Threat of arrest because of your body language and so forth.
Yep, right
I will
leave.
leave.
You see the sidewalk. Show your viewers the sidewalk.
I will leave, guys, because I've got now well, these guys were cool, but I got several different officers. That guy's putting on his gloves, and we're gonna come back here. We're gonna get a hold of Brown.
You're not causing further trouble. So
you're the one that wants to go hands on. You need to take it down a notch, man. We're not all out to get you, okay? We're your friends. We pay your salary.
You are actually not my friend, sir.
Well, how do you know?
This way here.
I mean, I'm trying to be nice to you. Isn't that friendly enough? You know, look at this. He's gonna...
You're trying to be nice to me as per your version of nice.
So I'm gonna walk backwards. I enjoy walking backwards.
Do be careful, sir. I do not want you to fall
over. Well, don't worry about
yourself.
Me. We all gotta look after one another. You know, and I always wear my seatbelt when I'm driving too. Except when I'm not.
Viewers would appreciate knowing that.
Look at this. Big turn, big turn, big turn, big turn, big turn.
You're about to cross the street. Be very careful.
Okay, look both ways.
I would if I were.
Not just one, but 3 officers were escorting him out, making it seem like they were forcibly removing this innocent man.
Isn't that what my dad said? Let's say, guys, is that okay?
Sir, this way, come on.
So, don't touch me. Do not touch.
This wasn't going to end here. The auditor made sure to report the humiliation to their respective supervisors and hold them accountable for how the officers treated him.
How are you today? Is Andrew still in? Okay. I just want to speak to him if you don't mind.
Something I can help you with?
No, it's...
Talk to you on the phone?
I'm sorry?
Chief Giddens?
Oh, yeah. I just don't want to shake your hand because I've been dealing with my dogs all day, going to the dog park. But yeah, I appreciate your time and professionalism. I just wanted to make sure that Andrews is up to speed with this because
I talked with him.
Okay.
Right now he's working on a few things. He's a supervisor of the shift and he has the shift responsibilities.
It'd be good for my viewers to see that he is up to speed, just for your sake too, right?
If he's available, he has a working job and he is doing active things for the board.
Okay.
He's the only supervisor we have on right now, so he is actively managing his shift.
Okay. Do you want to check and see if he's not working on something right now? Or?
I did leave that up as though I needed to check. I am his supervisor.
The next day, he visited Chief Officer Giddens to report Officer Andres' behavior. Chief Giddens was very cooperative and made sure the auditor knew he had addressed the issue with Officer Andres. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.